All righty then, here we are. It's a new day. It's Friday. Right now, it's Friday morning, 7 in the morning. And this is a quick introductory to what I did yesterday at noon. I met Mr. Richard Hucklebridge online. And he was deeply involved in this topic for many years, excuse me, with the likes of Scott Carper, Dave Plattis, I believe Melba too, possibly, Rich Jermeau for sure, and a few other people who went for the very deep dive, pursuing answers to questions when it came to the topic of these people, these beings, which coexist around us today, which is fact. It's alarming for a lot. A lot can't wrap their head around it, accept it, that's fine, but it's very true. Now, Mr. Hucklebridge, great guy. He was, I believe, a 20-year police officer in California. And he became aware of this topic. He said that when they came through his community, he said they raised hell all over the place. And I guess it was from the numerous reports coming in to them, to the police department, him investigating it, meeting people, listening, finally realizing, holy shit, and then off to the races he went, gathering knowledge. So I don't have time to listen to our conversation, but we did have, the internet was breaking up through it, which is very frustrating, but I believe we got through it. And you just got to be patient and listen, all right? Because we went through, got it broken up, and then I would repeat what we just said and get it cleared up. So we do clear it up as we go, okay? You're just going to have a little bit of patience, I'm guessing. But what I think I will do, because I believe this man is very legitimate, and he's not that far away from me. So I told him at the end of the video I would go to him, and we'll meet up in person and do this again, because he has a lot more information he didn't want to share over here. And he said I would soon understand why, and I totally get it. And but he's willing to share it with me, so it sounds a little confusing, doesn't it? But yeah, he has more information he can share with me, and I will be able to share with you, but not over the internet. However, that sounds confusing. I know maybe I'm just confusing this morning, but it made sense to me from what he told me. Now, he was also put in contact with a lady, the same lady who Rich Jermeau spoke of, who described Rich's home to him without ever being there, described the interior of his home where his wife was sleeping. These beings potentially were in his house. She said they've been in his house looking around, looking in the windows, observing him on his property. Intimately described all sorts of shit in his personal life at his home, and that's when Rich said, I'm out. Nope, that's a line you crossed. I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with this. However, on the other hand, Richard went for it and spoke with these beings via this woman. But I think he said he spoke with her for 5 years first, beforehand. And he's got a lot of knowledge. But it's funny how many items he dropped on me that I'd already heard about from other people along my ride. I believe him to be sincere, honest, and a good, kind soul. And his main motivation, because he feels the people need to know the truth. And I asked him, well, you'll see. You'll listen to the conversation, all right? And what else? That's about it. So I am going to go down there to him, and we will move forward on gaining his knowledge and spreading it with the people. That's what we're about. And who knows, maybe Rich will jump in there as well. You never know. I think Rich got most of his knowledge across to us anyway. But there you go. Will I be pursuing communication with these beings? I have a feeling probably not. We'll see, because I believe Richard is having some negative experiences still ongoing today because of his choice to pursue conversations with them, I think. But he wants to touch more on that in person. So, my investigating into the communication part still goes on without me making a definitive decision on my part whether or not I will open that door personally into my life. I think I need to talk to Richard a little more in person. So there. What else? Quick note. Remember those stickers that Sarah had? 50 of them or something? She just found 21 more on the shelf hidden by the printer or something. I don't know. So she just said, I found 21 more of those stickers because they were gone in seconds. I think she's got them back up in her store. So she has 21 more of those stickers. There you go. Pass it on. Make sure you get your knowledge shared with me at sharemystoryhowtohunt.com. All right. YouTube is not happy with me right now. They're attacking my channel. We've said some things that doesn't make the control freaks happy. So, I guess there's nothing much I can do about it anyways. I'm just passing it on to you guys. YouTube is on the attack on me. All right? Whatever. So I still do have the Rumble channel is still existing. I haven't had time to feed it. And I still have the backup channel, the Round Table of Knowledge, right? That's still there. So if or when this channel gets gonged, which I wouldn't be surprised if it happens fairly soon, you can find me there. Either way, I'm like a bad rash. I'm going to show up all over the place anyway. They can delete this channel. I don't give a shit. Bring it. You're not going to stop me and the people. You're not going to. So there you go, you guys. I hope this is smooth. And you learned from it. And I'll be back again tomorrow, I hope. And but don't forget, I will be going down to meet in person with Richard and get this conversation straight as an arrow, and I will ask more questions that I possibly forgot to ask. What else? Quick funny note. Little Chippy. I spent some time yesterday making video content to edit up into a wicked video, and I put still shots from our filming yesterday online on social media and on the community page here. And I must have spent 2 hours last night rolling, laughing at all the various comments of people blowing a gasket.
So get him, sneak up
for
on
this
there.
3-year-old, putting him in danger with a grizzly bear, etc., etc. I'll tell you what, there was blue and purple hair getting pulled out at the roots all over the place yesterday. Probably still today. Anyway, there you go. You can check out those photos on the community page. I still got more video taping I have to do today. I have to make him build his camp and throw a sleeping bag down, use a spot and scope, and I might even make a rotisserie with a whole chicken on it for him to be cooking by himself on his solo hunt for grizzly bear in British Columbia video. Oh my God, it's been making me laugh. But anyway, there you go. Enjoy. I'll be back tomorrow.
Computer. All right, so now you're notified of this recording, right?
Yes. I hit okay up here, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
We're on.
We're off to the races. But anyway, you know me, I don't do any of this phony bullshit of this interview crap. I'm like, every time I talk to the camera, talk to somebody here, it's like I'm just talking to my neighbor over the fence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't do that. Whatever it is, official host role. I just can't do it. I don't have it in me. We're hanging out on the fence.
I've got a line just come across. Internet is unstable.
What's unstable?
I got internet connection is unstable.
Well, you're coming across crystal clear.
Okay, but you're cutting out for me a little bit.
Shit, really?
Off and on. Yeah, a little bit.
Damn, that sucks. All right, well, if it's just a little bit, is enough? Can we continue though?
Right now, you're good. Yeah, I hope.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here frozen like a deer in the headlights.
Maybe there's too much action on your side. I don't know, or my side.
I don't know. Okay, so let's get back. So your name is Mr. Richard Hucklebridge.
Affirmative. Yes.
Welcome to my backyard.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So let's get back to what we just skipped on. So you feel that these beings respect me? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I know they do. I don't feel they do. I know they do.
How do you know that?
Because of how they're treating you, and they treat certain people certain ways. When they respect us, they treat you like you. They listen to you. Uh, they know what you're up to. They know you're not out there trying to kill all their food. They're in their life. Food is a high priority. It's a number one. They think about that continually. Okay, that's how I know them to be.
So where are you right now? What state are you in?
I'm in California, Southern California, on the high desert, and up here in Lancaster, California.
Okay. Well,
It gets hotter.
let's go. We'll take it. Why don't we don't need to go through the whole entire history, because I have a feeling if we went through your whole history with this topic,
Yeah.
we could be here for a few weeks.
We
So
would. Yeah.
roughly, how did you become aware of this topic first off, as being legitimate? How did this topic catch your absolute attention?
1972, they came through the Antelope Valley and they raised holy hell as they moved from the high Sierras down to the mountains of LA. Okay. And they took them a year and a half to get there. Okay. And they come through Edwards Air Force Base where I worked. I didn't know about it at the time, but I understand they got shot at a few times and they hid out and they fed there. And then they come over to a little place called Lake LA where they have alfalfa and lots of rabbits. And that's how they survived. But anyway, they stirred the pot the whole time coming down here. They scared people. They would go through people's trash and scare them. And there's some good stories in there. And I've written some newspaper stories from the old newspaper we had, and I put them on a website. I won't talk about the website because I know you don't like it. I don't like it anymore either. I have better reasons than you do, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I won't mention them, but
I got it.
The news is on there. The newsletters are on that website under LA County, California, right. LA County.
So, but what happened? What was the specific incident experience you had that made you go, holy shit, this is real?
Well, at first I thought it was a bunch of bullshit. Okay. The whole thing, just stupid. Because I'm a deer hunter. I've been hunting my whole life, Utah, California, and I ain't come across these damn things. But they started coming down through here, and people were seeing them, and all the police officers thought they were, phony too. And I hate to tell you, but I was LA County Reserve Deputy Sheriff for over 20 years. Okay. Yeah, I started in 1976, but the big guys came in 72. And I stayed with and they came through, and it was a ride for all of us. I wish I could point out some of the newspaper clippings. Anyway, my son kept all the newspaper clippings, and that's how I saved them and put them on his website, so we could all read it. They're on there now. They're kind of stupid, really. You know how some of those old paper writers and people that interviewed them. It's like it's kind of funny how they do it. Okay.
Yeah, they heard the story and they made it their own in a different.
Yeah, it's different and it's just weird.
So what you're saying is, so you accepted this is valid because of all the reports you were getting at work as a cop?
Yeah, that too. And then I had some other stuff going on. They were talking about some things that were happening up in one of the canyons up here. And the son, I took some sons up there and we looked for footprints and different things up there. And then we went up to another mountains up here in Los Angeles. And I had a group of kids, high school kids, in the back of a pickup and some inside the pickup. And we went out at night and we got a bad smell in this one area and off on the dirt road. And I mean, it was so bad we had to turn around and leave. Wow. Anyway, I went back the following day and it wasn't there. The bad smell had gone. I don't see how anything could just disappear that quick. But so I figured we were getting close to them. the kids were raising hell the whole time. They were screaming they want to go home, and this
Well,
thing.
they're more in tune with their senses too, right?
Yeah. So we left. We got out of there. But I went back. Like I said, I went back when there's something was there, and now it wasn't there, just within a few hours.
Wow.
So that was kind of cool.
Then what was next? Did you see one?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen one. No.
Right.
In fact, when we had to sit down, he would not see it.
Oh, we're breaking up. The connection's broken up a little bit.
He stayed, where we couldn't see him. I couldn't see him anyway.
In a what? In what'd you call it? A world you couldn't
But he
see him?
was there. With that,
Say it was a world that we couldn't see him?
I'm not what you're saying here, right?
Oh,
yet.
like you said, I know we broke up a little bit. No big deal. We'll get through it. But I think you said that he was in a world we couldn't see him, but he was there.
Yes.
So you said a world?
Well, no, they cloak themselves. I asked them about how they do that, and they use their hair to cloak themselves, and it takes energy to do it. Sometimes they can't do it really good. Sometimes they only halfway do it, in some instances, and sometimes they do it all the way. And that's why I think they disappear. But they also can teletransport themselves. I've learned that recently too. I mean, they've done it with humans, so I feel they're doing it with themselves too.
Who's done it with humans?
They've done it to a lady friend that I was in contact with in New Hampshire. Okay,
Yeah.
she was in a bad situation where the neighbors were shooting at them, and so the big guys, and she was babysitting their little ones.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah. She was babysitting their little ones while the big guys were out hunting for food and or taking care of this bad neighbor she had. And the neighbor shoots his high-powered rifles out at him. And anyway, she was out there by herself, close by, and they put her from there to town, 7 miles away, like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's weird. I know. Over my head, way beyond things. But this is these are some of the people I talk to. Okay.
Oh, I got you. But I think it's like before I described it, it's like right now you've taken us to about the 30th flight of stairs and we're still on the 5th step. We're like, what? Wait a minute, let's back this up. You know what I mean?
I know it. It's scary stuff. These guys are really scary stuff, and the people really need to know about them. Okay, what they are able to do and capable of doing.
Right. So let's back it up. We're definitely going to. I want to hear everything you got, but we're gonna have to. I think for the sake of anybody listening to us and me, in a way, we gotta gently build our way up. So we're gonna go with your knowledge ladder. It's like when I talk to people at home that have no clue about the topic, and then I try to bite my lip because I realize they're not even in the parking lot yet, let alone the game. Yeah. And then I start, you know what I mean? So anyways, how long was your mindset, these are just an unacknowledged gorilla for quite some time before you had to accept all this other stuff?
What do you mean? What are you trying to get to here?
Hold on, I'm just getting phones are here. Whoops, you still there?
Yeah.
Why can't I see you? What did I do here? Oh, I think my phone just did something. Hold on a second. I still got you. What I mean was, hold on, I gotta go. Come on. Where is this? Okay, I'm back. There we go.
Okay, spell it out clearly. Yeah.
I gotta turn this phone off because I think my phone is attached to this stupid computer, and that just screwed up my screen. There we go. The phone is off. Now, did you at first think that it was just some kind of monkey or gorilla running around the forest?
At first, I didn't believe it at all. I never got to the monkey part too much, or the gorilla part. I couldn't believe that something that big was out running around our forest in the first damn place. And during the early years, I wasn't sure what it was. I didn't know they were people then. I now know they are. They call themselves the people when you talk to them. Okay, if you ask them, they'll say they're the people. Okay. But at the time, I had no idea. Now thought it was BS for a long time until I started talking to people, different people that were involved with these things. And I would get, after hundreds of talking to the people, I wrote a lot of reports for this one out that you don't like. And I can understand why. I'll tell you one day why. You're right. Anyway, I got what am I talking about here?
Going beyond. Okay, you figured out they're definitely not a gorilla, and then
Yeah,
I think are we breaking up? You still got me smooth?
a little bit, a little bit. Yes,
We'll just have to deal
we're
with
breaking up a little.
We'll just have to deal with this a little bit as we go.
Can you still hear me?
I got you. I got you. So, how
Okay.
long did you dive into this? Like, how much of your life did this get a hold of? Did you like just go all in? Was your whole life dedicated to looking into this topic?
Wasn't 100% of it, but I did jump into it after learning from these people. I wrote a lot of reports of people, and from reading and talking to these people, they told me what this thing was. They're people, okay, like I said. And the group I worked with, they call it an ape still, and they're still calling it an ape, okay. And I can't understand it, but I think I'm starting to realize why they're doing this, okay. And it may be too heavy to talk about here, okay. There's kill squads out there, and these guys may have turned these hot areas into the hot area guys, and to make them feel good. That's why they call these things apes or monkeys, because there's people going out and they're shooting the goddamn things, and they're making them feel good by calling them apes. That's what I'm thinking now.
Yep, I've heard. I've talked to a few. Are we still in connection?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've had a few people who have looked in this topic, and I just said to them flat out, I go, do you think there are groups of humans killing these beings? And so far, the answer across the board has been absolutely.
Well, I've had a couple of places that I've been to after the other people have been there. Okay, groups have been there and done their job, and it's not a pretty picture. They burned one area. One guy in South, not God darn it, South Carolina. They burned a whole swamp out just to get rid of them in one area. And then in California up here, they shot the whole area up or something and scared it out for 5. They've been coming there for years. I know the gal. There's a woman that I know now. She's a little younger than I am. She's about like my kid's age, and her dad was going there in the 1960s. He was a professor of some kind, and that big guy or this group of guys found out about it. And they went in there and run them out. Either killed them or did something. I don't know. Took them years, and they come back. The big guys come back.
So,
and
sorry to interrupt. Do they ever fight back? I mean, let's face it, they're pretty stealthy. They could probably follow these guys to the house.
I don't think they do. If they not with this group, not with this kill group, they don't fight back with that. They get the because this kill group knows how to do their job, and they do it.
Damn.
And that, yes, it is. It's terrible. That's why I don't give locations. Don't like to give locations anymore at all.
Well, I wonder now, are these kill groups, do you think these guys are killing them when they feel they are being too much of a headache for the human residents, or are they just avidly trying to get as many as they can at all times, like a bounty?
I think the latter. I think that's what's going on, and they're a military group.
American,
these guys,
North American, or the deep state, the cabal?
Yeah. It's deep state that goes on. We send groups all around the world. That's what we've been doing. All kinds of groups. doing different, even South America, you name it, Africa, we send them everywhere to do what they have to do to take care of some business.
Shit. I wonder how, sometimes you may have heard me joke in the past about just doing a setup, a
Yeah,
phony setup to lure these guys in and videotape them.
yeah, that would be cool.
I wonder how.
Well, but they would know about it though. I don't think you could set them up or fool them. These
You'd
guys
have
are pretty hot. These
there.
guys,
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. If they can successfully locate these beings, these
yeah,
guys are hotter than hot.
they are good. Yeah,
That's kind of unnerving too, though, right? It's kind of unnerving.
yeah,
I would imagine they're probably keeping an eyeball on this channel.
right, right.
Don't you think?
I'm afraid so.
Okay, just a side note for you guys, you're a bunch of pricks. Okay, back to you, Richard.
I wanted to tell you had a question about my lady friend seeing what Richard Gramu was doing at his home, where she told him about his house and how things were going down around his
Yeah.
house. Right?
So how about instead of jumping right into the later, let's take from the beginning. What steered you in the direction of her and why?
She called me, and she a long time ago, and she was having conversations with a big guy. Now she didn't know what to do with it, and I told her just to go along with the flow. At the time, I didn't know a whole lot more than anybody else did, and I just let her go along with the flow. And she decided what was really cool. She decided to talk with a psychiatrist about it, and I'd like to have been there to hear what the hell they had to say. But anyway, she continued on, and the big guy was talking
Uh-oh.
mind, okay, not mouth. It's to the mind,
Yeah.
and
We just broke up for a quick
yeah,
second. So what you said was just talking through the mind.
to the mind. We're a little bit, but okay. Uh, and he wanted me have a meeting with me, her, and my wife, and he wanted two other people. One is a very high kind of guy in the survival world, and another one from this program from this group of guys that we don't like, and I won't talk about one of them. And the reason this guy knows about these guys, the big guy, reason he knows about these different people, and he knew that I knew them or how to get hold of them. I've never told anybody, or even I could get a hold of one through David Politis, okay? And he went there and visited with the guy about a year after we had our conversation. The other celebrity, so-called celebrity, told me to go to hell. Okay, as in, and he's too damn busy to get. Here he is on a Bigfoot for years, and he's too see one. Okay, figure that one out.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna potentially try something else to make sure this goes a little smoother, okay?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Have you got your cell phone near you or your house phone or whatever that's comfortable?
What's that
Have you got
again?
have you got a phone near you where you're sitting?
Yeah, iPhone. Yes.
All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you a call on it, all right? And I'm gonna try to see if I can we'll talk on the phone, but we're gonna let this go too, because we're breaking up too much, and I don't want anybody to miss out any of the good stuff. 1 second.
You want to call me or?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you, but I'll leave the screen going too. So just give me 1 second, because I think I got your phone number here.
Yeah, my iPhone. I give it to you last time.
Okay, hold on. Where are we here? Messenger. Well, stupid glasses on. It's gonna be about a 2 second inconvenience, but I'm gonna skip this smooth and right out. Did you email it to me?
Yes, I did.
Okay, can you send it to me on Messenger right now? Okay, on
I don't
Messenger.
know if I'm not cool enough to do that.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's not it.
Starts
Okay.
with a starts with a 4-4.
No, hold on. I'll get it. Just give me 1 second here. 1 second. I got to crack open my email, which takes a little too long because there's some details in there. We just don't want to miss out on anything. It could be your connection, it could be mine, but either way, I'm gonna fix it.
Okay.
Um,
This is all new to me.
yeah, me too, but we're getting there.
We're going to have a lot of not unhappy people out there.
Oh, they're gonna be fine. I just got to get this one little part done, and this should make it. It just takes forever to get into my email. Unfortunately, they give me a wall of about 5 different steps just to get into my email, but whatever. Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm almost in. Let's go. I'm on the Starlink internet right here in my shop.
Okay. Wasn't too far back. I give you my phone number, my iPhone number.
Yeah, I'll get it. Let's go to. I'm almost in the inbox.
Well, you're coming through pretty good now.
I know, but you know what? Once we start talking about the good shit, it breaks up, and then
Yeah,
everybody has a nervous
I know.
breakdown. Okay, hold on. That one. There's that one. That one. All right. Call that. Here it comes.
Standard long distance rates will apply.
It's better work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You want me to answer it?
Yep.
Come on. Come on.
It'll work.
Okay. Got me?
Perfect.
All right.
Now, I'm just gonna mute this speaker on here. 1 second. Okay, try talking again.
Hello. You got me now?
I gotcha.
All right.
Okay, hold on a minute. All right.
This electronic stuff's a little over my head.
All right, volume's up, ready to rip.
All right. We're ready. I can hear you.
Okay, let's take it back. So the kill teams were involved with that guy from that website. Is that what you were saying earlier?
I think so. He helps them out. It's just not from that guy. There's people that notify these guys that the ones who the people in this damn business who call these things apes are the ones I think that are calling these people into areas and taking
Right.
a lot of hot areas, and not all of them, but they know the hot areas. So they call
these people in and tell them where they're at, so they go in and
do what they do,
and that's it. I think
paid for it.
I tell you the truth.
Nobody can be that dumb to call them apes, and where you're around these things at all, as I have, you know there are people. They're just people.
There's
No way in hell they're an ape or a goat.
We're still connected up here, right? I'm just seeing if I should do it on the screen here or not. All right. So, man, I wish this audio was smoother, but we're gonna get this. We're gonna get it through. We still with me?
Go ahead.
All right. So, let's get back to when you hooked up with that woman. So, is she called a medium?
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, it was with her for 5 years. She was talking to him, and I told him to go ahead and talk to him and treat him decently, as respectful as you can. And it seemed to work out okay. After we had our meeting, she did get to see him. He came down and showed himself to her by the area that we met at her horse barn out back, where you could reach out and touch the national forest, okay, from the horse barn. And this big guy came down out of the forest, and he told her that there were some deer hunters or elk hunters on the hill that were going to maybe kill her horse people. So he was worried about it, and he showed it. He showed himself to her, and it took her 3 hours to come down so she could call me and talk to me. That's how much it shook her up
Crazy.
just by looking at him. As you can imagine, a full daylight view of a 10 or 12-foot man. He weighs 1,000 or 1,200 pounds. Looking at her.
It's a lot.
Anyway, David wanted to send out his artist to draw the picture of what she's seen. And I said that would be a great idea because she probably has a good memory for what she's seen. Anyway, he sent her an affidavit, and she filled out, looked at this affidavit. While she's reading this affidavit, David Pilates wanted to know about how they die and what happens to them when they die, and do they bury them and all this other crap. And anyway, this big guy, while she's reading it, he's in her head. He's seeing and reading the same thing. So he jumped her bones and said, "Stay the hell away from this guy. He's doing you no good. He's a bad guy." Oh, God, what am I going to do now? I mean, I wanted to see this guy in person, okay? I
Right.
wanted to see. But now I know I'm not going to be able to. But anyway, that situation was cut off. His forensic artist never came, and that situation never took place. And that was it. That was it about that.
Wow. Well, I'm sure, you know what? If they know what's going on, I'm sure they don't see you.
They do. They know what's in your head. They know. When you you're close to them, they know what's in your heart and what's in your mind. They know if you're a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah, I've learned that. I've definitely learned that for sure.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Dead bang true.
Yeah, there's no question about it. When they all say before you even get out of your truck, they know you're there, and I've accepted that as truth easily.
They fell in love with my wife, okay? My poor wife. She was scared to death of them. Totally frightened, out of her mind. Here we are sitting down talking to them, and they reach out and touch her hair. She didn't see it. She didn't see it. They just pulled her hair, okay? And from now on, she likes them. She's not afraid of them. In fact, when her and I go out to places, they'll show themselves to her. They won't show them to me. They won't show themselves to me, but
Wow.
they'll show them to her. I'll be good to hell. That pisses me off.
They're sensitive people, aren't they?
They are. They are.
Yeah, you know what? I got an idea. Let's just shut the phones off because this is coming through clear. I think what we're going to do, because I can see the pattern, is
Okay.
The pattern is sometimes we break up, but it's only for a few seconds, and then it goes smooth for quite a while. So we'll just take
All
note of that.
All right.
All right. So, I mean, do you think they hold that much of a minor grudge that you might have semi-pissed them off once, but that's it? That's all she wrote.
Yep.
They're not going to show them to
They
itself.
remember we had a chicken caper during the meeting. Okay. And my lady friend raises chickens, beautiful chickens. In fact, she sends them from all over the country. She sends out for them, and they for these beautiful chickens in their egg form, of course. And she raises them up. Anyway, they came in and took her prize chicken, Rooster, and we asked them who did it. We figured it was them, and he no, he did it. He didn't do it. We had told him that there's no way he can get in there, open up 2 doors, get to this bird. There's only one way to do that, and with the hands. Now, at the gifting site, he left a couple of feathers for her, which caused her to cry.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We had a gifting point before we had the meetings. We would go out at this gifting point. I would give them bananas. And at the last time we did this, they gave me a little crystal of a little crystal anyway out of their cave that they go to. they call themselves the Fire Mountain Clan, and you can understand why they live at Mount St. Helens area. So that was kind of cool.
Wow, this is so interesting. Like I could shotgun about 5,000 questions at you in 7 seconds.
Sure.
I'm trying to slow my brain down and wrap my noodle around everything and go about it the right way here. But man, where to start? Okay,
This
other
fire,
beings. What else is running around out there that you know about?
that's cool. Okay. I learned from another gentleman who writes books about the green people that lives on the southern part of Mount St. Helens. Uh, they, I think they're called lizard people. And I asked him about lizard people, and he told me he didn't mention it at all. What he told me was there's bad humans out there, more bad humans than anything else out there in that forest, living and running around. And he didn't bring up the lizard people at all, so he stayed away from that.
Did anybody ever ask them directly about humans going missing in the forest?
Yes, I asked her to ask them because there are missing people, like you say, and they seem to tell her what they know about them. Okay, that's how she knows about them. She goes through them and sees what they see, and then they tell her what they know about them. David Plighty's put me down quite a bit for trying to use her as he he's against these psychics looking for people altogether, and so he's told me to stay the hell away from them. But she doesn't do this for money. She does it because she's looking through their eyes and seeing what they're seeing and what they're telling her what's about the situation. It's like the situation of the young boy that went missing in Idaho here recently. They called Dior. He was everybody looked, his parents, went to town and left him with a grandfather, and he went into the stream and disappeared anyway. Anyway, I asked her about that, how what she might think about it. So she asked them what they seen, and they told her that the little boy was in the stream. And I wrote the sheriff by mail what my lady friend told me where she seen him, and he told me he went through that river 3 times, up and down, and that kid wasn't in there, but she was seeing him in there. And she's seeing him through their eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was that's the kind of stuff that I got from her sometimes.
And he was in the stream.
Well, we don't know. I don't think they found him yet. I haven't heard.
Wow. But they didn't say directly about anybody or anything being responsible for taking human beings?
No. They probably fell in the stream by himself. But they didn't take him, but they never tell us the truth all the time either. Something hokey like that, you don't get the truth out of them all the time. Okay.
That's what I've heard. I've had a handful of people tell me that they're confident they are in communication, but nobody has said they tell the truth.
Not all the time. They lie to us unless we catch them at it. That's how I found out.
I wonder why. Is it a game?
I don't know. I don't
mean,
know.
I can understand twisting the truth to cover your tracks if you don't want to be found, but why play a game all the time? But if you are playing a game, is there a chance that these aren't the large hairy people talking and they're pretending to be?
Well, I wouldn't know who else would do it. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I think it's them.
Yeah, because there is a lot of people in the audience who says flat out they're demons. They're demons. They're fooling people. They're demons. They're nothing else but demons.
Okay. I have a lady friend who has up in Northern California. I call her a horse lady. She has horses again. She's a Christian, and she has a pretty good in with above. Okay. And they told her just to stay the hell away from them. Just stay away. Didn't use the hell, but stay away from them. Just leave them alone. And that's what they told her. She told me, and I believe it. Okay, I can go along with that.
Yeah, because Rich Germeau, like I think he mentioned that when the lady friend of yours described the inside of his house and where his wife was sleeping, that's when he went, "That's it, I'm out."
Well, that's just part. That's just a minor part. They do have a way of getting in our houses without going through the windows or doors. I think it's spiritually. They come in and they move things around inside the house to let you know they're there. Okay, and that's what they've done with my lady friend that I know about.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember when I was about 20 years old and the back of that cabin got smacked like
Yeah,
so hard right above my head where my head was on the back wall, like I did like right above my head, and there's no windows in that side of the cabin,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
smacked it a few times there. I wasn't the smartest 21-year-old at the time. Maybe they were trying to smack some sense in me. I don't know, but I remember at that time thinking, huh, how'd they know I was right
And they
here?
usually do it for women. Usually do it for women. They want them. They want our women. They're from what I've learned from this big guy that we talked to. There's percent less women than there are male.
Really?
They lose a lot of women in childbirth, and that's why
Really?
there's so many uh, guys compared to women.
Hmm. Man, with so many questions, my brain's just trying to gobble this all up. So I got another friend of mine right nearby me here, and he keeps getting they're basically almost every time he goes in the woods, they're letting him know they are there. I wonder why. You know what I mean? I wonder why they're doing that. Oh, sorry.
What you say it again because I missed.
I got you. So a friend of mine right now, every time he goes in the woods in this one particular area near me, they're basically letting him directly know they are there every time now. Is that going to lead up to something?
Good. They have some weird things goes on with it. I tell you, there's some phenomenon that's just unreal. My horse ladies in Northern California took pictures, the people riders behind them, snapping pictures, and while they were pictures, a big stick got stuck in the horse's bridle, faceplate, whatever the hell you call this thing right here.
Yeah.
It's about three or about an inch and a half diameter, and it was stuck in. And she sent me the pictures were there, and then it was there. Boom, boom, the pictures were taken, and just right away, within a second or two, she sent me the pictures, and I looked at them, and any reason for that stick being there, how it got there, I had an idea how it got there, but I sent that pictures off to my lady friend, and they sent the same pictures off to Scott Carpenter. My lady friend looked at the pictures as an entity along with those films or those videos I sent her over the computer while she was looking at them, and it told her not to look at them. Well, she said, "Ah, the hell with it." You looked at them anyway. Didn't tell me what the hell's in there that caused the stick being stuck in the horse's bridle. The next morning, she lost 7 quail, baby quail. They killed them all because she looked. Okay.
Oh,
That's how yeah. Well, anyway, Scott did the same thing. Scott, when he got the dang photos, he looked at them and I said, "Did you have an entity go along with these photos?" And he says, "I sure did." And I said, how did you get to look at them?" He says, "I made a deal with them." Okay. And I said, "What kind of deal?" And he said, "I can't tell you." But he made a
really?
deal. Yeah. And he wouldn't tell me what he's seen in the picture. I didn't see anything. But another lady friend in that area at a different time, I've got the photograph of her riding she's on horseback going down a hill, taking a picture of 2 orbs in a tree right off the trail. And it has a black trunk. And right between the trunk and her, there's a bush. And there's a entity standing there reflecting the bush. You could see the whole body and everything, head, face, everything, standing right there. She had no idea what the hell it was. It was going to throw it away. And I told her, don't do that. Anyway, I've got it. I could probably send you the photo and you could see one in stealth mode right off the trail as she rode by. She took a picture of it.
Yeah, send it over if you want. We'll take a look at it. But I'm getting back to the part we broke up a little bit where so Scott took a look at it, and
Yeah,
from what I think you said was for you to be able to see the image in the picture, you had to make a deal.
he did. Yeah, he had to make a deal with it. He made the deal, but anything else couldn't. Okay. That's okay with me.
Wow. This is
But it worked for him. I don't know what he's seen. I didn't see nothing.
How long
My
ago?
lady friend, she wouldn't tell me. Oh boy. Yeah. Maybe 10 years, 8 years ago.
Okay. So it wasn't recent.
I'm gonna
I'm just
guess
saying, I'm just saying, because Scott passed away recently, and I'm like, well, if that was a recent deal, he might have lost.
I really miss Scott a lot. I talked to him a lot. I met him in Colorado, got to talk with him and Rick Ramu, a whole bunch of people, good people.
Hmm.
Scott, I felt Scott was probably done in by them. Okay, and I see recently on the same way.
We just broke up, so you still broken up a little bit. There you are. So your last words were you think that they did Scott in?
I think Scott was done in by them.
Why would they do that?
He knows too much. He knows too much about them.
No kidding.
And this little is has the answers to a lot of questions about them and how to deal with them. Okay,
Right.
As in when I had our meeting, instead of me carrying a firearm, I carried a big, large Christian cross, and if I was protected, I felt I wasn't scared. I didn't feel any pressure or nothing when they were with us.
So here's an interesting thing. So right away, as soon as you said that maybe possibly they could have ended Scott's life for knowing too much, then
Yeah,
my brain goes, well, why can't they end the lives of the kill teams? Same fashion.
that's a good question. I would not know that. No,
Right.
I
It's
think
not,
I think Scott was zapped. I have been zapped with them before. I don't know if you have or not. They can hit us with different degrees, and it can either hurt us or wound us or scare the hell out of us. I was just scared.
yeah, I think the only time I definitely had something intentional done to me was about 3 years ago. I was in my pickup. I was in the woods and it was almost time for me to leave my pickup in the dark. And my window was unrolled about 2 inches and there wasn't an ounce of wind. And it
Yeah,
was obviously November. And what happened? So I don't know if I was texting with Scott and Dave at the time before or right after, but something hit my window. It was almost like a mini tornado hit the side of my truck and blasted me through that 2 inches of window. Almost felt like it was blowing my truck over, and then all of a sudden it went back to absolute peaceful, dead silent again.
you probably were zapped. Yeah.
It freaked the shit out of me. Yeah, because I remember texting those guys, "You're not gonna believe what just happened." As you and I'm sitting in my truck thinking, should I just get out of here? But you know the weirdest thing? I still got out of my truck and I still hiked up the mountain in the dark and I still went hunting. That's the part.
That's cool.
I know, but it's for me, I'll freak myself out at home. I'll look at where I've been and what I've done, and it'll scare me and make me nervous. The night before I'm about to go hike into the coastal mountains in the dark for 2 hours, I'll freak myself out the night before. I'll freak myself out while I'm having coffee in the morning. I'll freak myself out on the drive there. But the weirdest thing is the second I get into the forest, I go flat calm and I'm at home.
Well, they're giving you that feeling, and the reason they're doing that is what you're saying before you go into that forest. You're telling them what you're there for and why, and they understand it. They hear you. You don't have to yell it. You just say it.
Yeah, I say it out loud. Well, I just say it with my voice and I think it, and then off I go. But I've been doing that. I've been doing that for about at least 15 or 18 years. I've been doing that.
Now, that's saving your rear end, whether you know it or not.
Well, maybe we should try an experiment and go, okay, I'm coming in the forest to blow your head off. See you in a minute.
No, oh God, I don't think I'd want to do that.
Bro. Well, I know. Well, another thing too is like 100% straight across the board. All of my First Nations friends say do not communicate with them.
Yeah.
Everyone, have you ever met a First Nations person?
You know why they say that? You know why they say that?
Hmm.
Because they're inside your head all the time. They see what you see. They know what you know. Like when I talk with my lady friend, we talk about them. Boom, he's right there talking, giving his side of the story. Every time, he's in her head, and I told her or them, I don't want them in my head. I
No.
don't mind talking to them. I'll talk to you, I said, but I don't want you here.
No. So how was your lady friend, how was her quality of life?
Pretty good. She's well, I know her. She's become a PhD. Her husband is a PhD. He's a medical doctor. So they're not dummies. They know what the hell's going on. I don't think her husband really goes along with this
Right,
Bigfoot stuff,
but she's happy. She's living happy. She's not troubled between the ears.
no, no, no. She's got family and horse. She loves her horses and her animals. She's got goats, uh, cats, dogs, horses. She's busy doing what she does. She's a horse lady.
Yeah, I guess what I'm getting at is I'm just investigating the part where the people that are directly in contact with them, I'm curious to know for certain or not they're still living a quality life and they're happy and they're not.
I'll tell you what the difference is. The difference is the people that I know talking to them, they're either Wiccans or Buddhists. That's what I know three, and that's who they are.
Really?
Yeah, they're not Christians. They're
Ooh.
Wiccans and Buddhists.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Red
That's
flag.
yeah. Wow, what the hell's going on there?
Oh, that means they don't like Christians so much.
Well, Christians know about Jesus Christ, okay? And Jesus Christ is a savior for all of us in more ways than one. We all need to know and follow him to go where we're going to go if we want to go there. It's either there or there, and I don't want to go there.
No, no. So you're leaning towards the Nephilim answer, do you think?
I am right now until proven differently. The reason I say that because they got all these abilities that only angels might have, or demons might have, or something that it's out of this world would have. They can do all this stuff. Teletransport, going invisible. Holy crap! What else can do? They read us. They know us. They can read our personalities, everything. I mean, they know so much more and can do so much more. And people need to know this about them. If you leave them alone like you do, it's great.
It is funny though, because it's still for me, for my brain, like I don't sometimes it frustrates me, but I never forget a word spoken from anyone. It drives me bonkers. So I can have a good friend of mine tell me a story 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and then he tells me a full different version 5 years later. I'm like, ah, shit, he was bullshitting me. You know, like I remember I hear everything, but so taking note that I hear and retain everything people say, you know, these people, these beings allegedly know everything, know our thoughts, know we're coming, know what we're gonna do.
Yep.
How do these guys kill them?
That's right. How do you tell them?
How do these guys successfully kill them? Unless these guys aren't of human descent and these kill teams are from somewhere else.
I don't know how they do it. I have no idea how they do it, but they do it. They seem to do it.
Yeah, because if this is true that there are kill teams that can put the run on these beings and successfully hunt them and kill them,
Yeah.
those are some bad efforts. You know
That's
what I mean?
right. They know something we don't know for sure.
Oh, do they ever? If that's going down, do they ever? I mean, you got something that can see through your eyes, know your thoughts, know your intent, but you can bypass that and still have their ass. That's for me being a hunter, especially. That's like
Apes.
for me being a hunter and picturing it from that angle, it's like, oh my God, do you guys know what's up? How the hell did you get there?
Yeah.
And they gotta have some dark. They gotta have some dark blood in their veins to be doing this shit too. If these beings are innocent.
I think they do anyway. I think they're trained that way, but they have to be.
Wow. I wonder how you apply for that job. Oh my God.
These teams, I think they're military, but maybe civilian teams too. I don't know. I
I don't
just
know.
don't know what they are.
I was recently with some friends in the States, and they also have some friends who are SEAL team commanders. And the SEAL team commander told them flat out that 48% of these SEALs are bad people. Nope, you still there? We're froze up. Let me know when
Yeah,
you're
it's
back.
freezing up.
Okay,
It's freezing up.
okay, we're back now. Did you catch that part where I said that that SEAL team commander said flat out that 48% of the SEALs are bad people. They're not good humans.
Yep. Yeah. You have to be special people to be them
Yes.
anyway. So
So I guess if you've already weaned out the flock and got those guys, then you can really do some digging and get some real quality bad guys out of those 48% too, right? And then go from there, I
that's
guess.
right. That's right.
Wow.
That's right. I wouldn't want to have to deal with them.
No. So overall, you would suggest if you had to tell it, what would you want everybody to know, number one, right now, about these people?
There are people and they understand English. They know 3 languages that I know about. They know theirs, Native American, First Nation people, and ours. I can talk to them like I'm talking now with you, and they understand me. They talk back to her in her head, and she talks at the same time that they're talking to her to me. So it's just almost like person to person.
Right. But you still feel that they only give you tidbits here and there, and they're basically playing a game. When they're talking to you, they're
Right.
playing with you.
I think so. I think they don't respect us very much. We are a dirtbag bunch of group of people. Okay,
We
we
are a dirty little group of
yeah,
bastards, that's for
we
sure.
are a bunch of rotten bastards.
Yeah.
Right? Why respect us? But if you respect them and treat them right, they'll do the same for you. That's what they're doing with you.
Right. So what would you say to the people that are pursuing them nonstop? I'm going to be the first one to prove it. You know, they're what would message
You
be to
know,
that group?
they're not. It's not first thing. It's not going to happen, and it ain't going to do you a damn bit of good after you get there. Nobody's going to believe you anyway. They don't believe photos. They don't believe nothing. The only way you believe these things is you and I having a face to face with them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I keep trying to tell people just take from it what you need or leave it. That's all you
Yes,
got to
right.
do. Is
Yep.
speak, let everybody speak, take from it what you need.
These things are real, and they're out there. They know so much more. They know they have a light show. They was going to show me. We didn't have enough energy to put it on for me. I think they use their eyes as lights, light up the area. She's seen them before, light up an area. I haven't seen them, but I've heard about uh, them doing that in different locations.
Wow. Man, I know my brain's just kind of pausing right now because I'm taking in so much, and everything I'm learning from you creates about 500 questions.
Oh golly.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if I'm getting everything out anyway. I mean, you have to ask me questions because I know more than I actually can remember.
Yeah, well, you know what's going to happen. We're going to post up the video, and the audience is going to be probably the audience will let us know what we forgot to talk about, Gary.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to let us know. But anyway,
There's a whole lot to these creatures. Let me tell you,
but you
it's
know what?
unreal.
You know what I should do one day? I mean, you're close enough. I should just bomb down there and we can do this in person. That'd be nice and smooth and clear as well, right?
Well, I'm not a very clear guy anyway. I'm herky jerky kind of, really bad.
No,
But
we all are, but
I'll
at
do.
least we'd get interrupted by the stupid internet connection. Wow, man, what more could I'm just having a blank, not I'm not blanking out, I'm just what to ask next. My God. So so you don't seek anything more on this topic? Like you do you not go out in the woods after them anymore?
I have a physical back is really in bad shape. I got four vertebrae been blocked and fused, and I had a lot of pain at one time. Now I got a lot of pressure. It puts me down. I
Oh
can
no.
walk maybe 100 yards at a time, and then have to sit down and rest. Got a walker with wheels. I can walk further. So if I wanted to go to the forest and use wheels, I'd be okay.
Yeah, yeah. So have you ever had any visitations at your house, banging on the walls, looking in the windows or anything?
I have some. I don't want to talk about it. I'll talk to you about it one time and tell you. I don't want to talk.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, so yeah. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, do you have any idea of how old these people are? Right.
Kinda. Uh, the, this group, the normal group that lives out in the wild, they lived into their 60. Uh, a fox guy that lived in Tennessee that taken care of by the grand lived 70. He
So
just passed away not too long.
no way. So
70.
what do you think happens to their bodies?
They get old like we do. How we know they turn white hair.
No, no, I
They,
mean after they're dead. What do you think happens to their bodies after they die?
they don't like death at all. I don't think they have a soul. I think they do some of the things they do want to do to us or have done to us, as in possibly eat us, as in some are very, very bad. And how are you going to get a soul from somebody? You either screw them or eat them. I don't know what else you're going to do to try to get a soul from somebody.
So it's such a bizarre,
Uh,
when you haven't put years into this topic, there's so much to learn about, even just about I'm learning about us. I'm very amazed at human beings watching human beings, almost more than I am of these beings. But even when it comes to the soul, that's a whole different department. It's like I don't
yeah.
understand how you would benefit taking somebody's soul. I don't know how you would keep a soul captive. Like it's a whole nother category for my brain to crack open, right?
Well, we have, I guess, whether we like it or not. And if we continue on the good side after death, do the right thing. We're not going to continue on the path. We will be end up in a place we don't. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, maybe that's
By
why
the way, I'm pretty.
maybe that's why all the dark sons of bitches end up in politics, right? If you're not good this lifetime, we're gonna come back and put you in as a politician. That'll teach your ass.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it, right? Maybe that's why they're all dark sons of bitches.
Oh, we got governments, both yours and ours. Oh my God, they're terrible. You
Yeah,
can see it.
it's pretty bad. It's
What's
pretty
really
bad.
cool, what's really cool, I think, is what I'm watching our God work through the man that minded it again. Okay, uh, it's very evident of what's going on
Oh yeah,
with that situation.
it's
And
insane to watch.
he may not be the perfect person, which none of us are. Uh, I can see him being worked through. He does things for that are right.
Yeah. Well, I know the majority of the audience is gonna go, "Oh my God, don't go down this road." But
Well,
we're on the
it's
same
just,
page. Trust me, we're on the same page.
well, it's the truth road. It's the same thing I'm telling you about the big guys. The same as what I know about them.
Yeah. Isn't being alive such a
Yeah.
crazy movie?
Yes, it
Like
is.
this is one of the most insane thriller movies you could ever write the script for.
But it's telling us the Bible's the truth.
It sure is pointing that way, right?
Yeah, It's right there.
It's the truth is in your face, but
No, they can't see it.
also there's also such a huge energy trying to work against us in
Yes,
everything we do.
there is. There actually is.
It's
Yes.
amazing to watch it and be
Yes.
aware. It's just
We're in a tough spot. Whether we like it or not, we're in a hell of a spot.
yeah. But the one way I figure you can counter is like I keep trying to encourage everyone, make sure you do what you love to do. Make sure you do what you love to do.
Exactly.
Step number one. As
Yeah.
soon as you lose that, you're a loser.
Yeah.
Try to choose the good over the dark as much as you can. You just got to feed that light, man. You got to feed the light and you got to try to kick that dark off to the curb. But man, the darkness, it's like when I was a long time ago, I realized at one point with human beings is in a very tiny rural town. I remember saying to everybody, these people live in the most beautiful place in the Rocky Mountains, this tiny little community. You sit at a coffee shop and say, okay, look, I'm going to give you 5 topics. One topic we're going to talk about today, and you got 1 of the 5. 4 of them are dark, 1's happy, or whatever. No, there's 4 topics are happy, 1's dark. They're going to pick the dark, right?
Yeah.
Why? Why is it everybody wants to pick the dark topic to go at instead of the happy one? But it's whatever. It is what it is. I know. Yeah, it's in your face nonstop every day. But what can you do? You just keep trying to speak openly, speak truthfully, share the truth. At the same time, try to encourage people to feed the light.
Right. Right. Exactly. And there's a lot there. It's all out there. So all you got to do is open your eyes. Every damn bit of it's out there.
Well, as long as you keep chipping away, you know what? I think there's a lot of people here just hanging out right here, and so we got a little bit of a reach, and we just keep trying to motivate the people, right? Just keep trying to motivate the people and let everybody know that they're special, they count, nobody's better than you, and try to see the bright light and go towards that bright and take that energy away from the dark side, right? But anyway, the Sasquatch, I wonder how many dozens of questions we haven't even thought of yet that the audience is going to go being bonkers for. On the eating the food thing, we still got a connection going? Still hear me?
But yeah, you're cutting it out a little bit.
All right, but I learned early that these people will eat anything. They'll eat anything.
Yes. Yes, they will.
Like
I said, food is their main item. Some of the food that they eat can scare the hell out of us. I think they eat our toilets and maybe dig out in there. Them in campgrounds going opening toilets and slamming the lids down in the middle of the night. Can't imagine what the hell you go in there for.
Yeah, well, I know one native friend of mine, he pointed out that they were, when a spawning salmon has gotten almost beyond composition, there's just that yellow, slimy sludge on the side of the river.
Yeah.
They're eating those.
Well, the bears eat out of them too, out of their fish, don't they?
Yeah, but the bears, I mean, they start getting picky in the fall and they'll bite the heads off of the sockeye and eat the roe and throw the rest of the body.
Yeah.
And there'll be stacks and stacks of those yellow, disgusting, mungy carcasses. But the Sasquatch people are picking those suckers up and eating them, even though there's live fish still spawning in the river. So
yeah.
Another time, a friend of mine had one of his domestic sheep had died. It was about a 300-pound ewe. It was all bloated up, and it was disgusting. And we put it in this one particular area right alongside the Birkenhead River where these people are all the time. They picked it up and they took it.
Wow.
And they left one piece of hide about that big, perfectly skinned off, blue on one side, not cut with a knife, but almost tore. It was all, I don't know why. It's almost like they ripped off that one piece of hide, smelled it, threw it on the ground, and carried that sucker away. It wasn't a bear, wasn't a wolf, wasn't dogs, and no human being would have went 10 feet near that thing.
The reason they do that, Steve, is they don't eat everything and leave something behind. I've noticed that when I've gifted them. They always try to leave something behind. They don't eat 100% of anything. They do it for a reason. I don't know what it is.
Well, I guess it could be almost like fertilizing your garden, right? If they are into conservation with the wildlife and nature, well, it's just like me. I don't take my whole carcasses home ever. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I know how it works. You're supposed to leave some of that carcass on the forest floor because that's what fertilizes the whole system. It's got to stay in the system, right? So might have something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know, but they don't take everything. Oh, during that meeting, he wanted the wife and I to move up and buy the property next door to my friend, our lady friend, and wanted us to raise chickens and goats. Guess what they like?
Wow. Crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? But
That's crazy. That's what he asked.
the other thing too, one thing I did take notice on the food department in the Pemberton Valley, where I lived for like 18 years, and I was in the woods probably 5 days a week. And I knew how many people hunted, I know who hunted, where everybody hunted, and I knew how much game was there. I had 60 trail cameras for years,
Yeah.
and I watched the black bear population rapidly dwindle. And I mean rapid.
Wow.
And it wasn't from human predation. I wasn't finding the carcasses, but I took note of it. You know what I mean? It was like, all right, something is preying on these black bears, and it's not human beings. And it wasn't wolves either. So I always took note of that. And then I watched another area, I watched the deer population fluctuating like extremely for a while, but I wasn't finding any carcasses, any wolf kill. I wasn't finding any winter kill. I'm not finding those carcasses, but it just showed me that for me, I knew something else is preying on this wildlife.
They seemed very conservation minded. They move from place to place. Every they'll move.
Freezing up. We lost our connection.
Recuperate.
Hold on a minute. Okay, now you're back. So you said they seem very conservation minded.
Yes, and they'll move from one area to another area. So the area they left will recreate, and it may take 3 or 4 years for that to happen. And that's how they move around, move how they move. To find out, my lady, how many big guys were living on the Washington Peninsula, and it was told there's 7 clans of 7. So that makes what, 49 of them in that peninsula.
So there's 7 clans of 7 members, 49 on the Olympic Peninsula.
Seven clans with 7 members each. Little ones on up, old ones, the old ones. You count the old ones.
Man, our connection's really getting shitty. Damn it.
Yeah,
I think I got you now. Are you back?
cutting it. But yeah, just barely. I'm back.
I know this connection's going to drive the audience bonkers. There's going to be people. Well, you can't make everybody happy. I get in trouble just for breathing online every day, right? Whatever it is, what it is. I think this is going pretty good though. I mean, we're getting a lot of information across without a doubt. Wow. So I guess the number thing you'd want everybody to know is that they speak English, they understand what we say, what we think. What about pursuing them? What do you think about that? What would you tell the people about that?
They hate it. That's another thing with the movie. Him and his trail cameras. That's why they trusted with Richard, is because he was trying to get a photo of him, and they will happen. They just will not let it happen. They'll either put the camera out or break it or do some damn thing. The battery, but they've knocked them out. I think they knock them out with their low frequency sounds. Out vehicle batteries before, so they know how to out batteries.
Right. Man.
By the way, we had a computer, car, cameras at a site when they went in, and they knew them on, and they weren't happy about us having them on at all. I never did turn any of them on while they were close by, so we never got any DVD or videos or anything from them. They want it. They go.
Oh man, our connection.
Creed.
I think I probably only got about a third of everything you just said because of the connection.
Oh no.
So what you
Okay.
said was you're in the woods and you had a what? You had a camera, computer.
Yeah, we had a computer, camera, all set up to go. They come in, and we weren't allowed to turn them on. They had their permission first. They never gave us their permission,
Well,
so
they
we
never
couldn't turn
will.
them on.
I don't think they ever will they?
I don't think so either.
So do you think like I can see,
Pictures taken at all.
do you think that they would ever want the general human population to know about them?
That's a good question. I think they may, if we tell people to leave them alone, okay, and not bother them. They go in the woods and hollering and raising hell and looking for them. And this is big time. They'll just pick up and leave or chase you out, one or the other. If you're armed, you
Oh, man, our connection is so bad right now. It sucks.
I know, I know. Not
Damn it.
good.
I think what I picked up you said there is they hate being pursued. They can't stand it when you go in the woods trying to bang on trees, pursue them. They don't like guns. They go the other way.
Nope, they don't like guns. They know when you got one too. You
Yeah.
can carry it, you can have one hit body, and they know you got it.
Yeah, I figured
That's
that
what
out.
every that's
I figured that out years ago by myself when I thought I was sneaking in there with a camera and a tripod and I had a 300 Magnum and I thought I'll just lay it in the grass here. They won't know. Right?
they
They,
know
they let me
everything.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you picked up on it.
yeah, that's one thing I've been fortunate is I mean, I'm not the smartest pickle in the jar, but I can pick up on what they're putting down in a fast way. Like I thought they
Yeah,
were monkeys for maybe a week tops.
yeah,
Didn't take me months or years or denial. It was like, oh, I just took about a week. All right, we're definitely not dealing with an animal. Not a
yeah.
chance. You know,
That's right.
not
There's
a
no way.
no way. I mean, if like I was trying to just look at it with common sense. If they're an animal, the native hunters would have had their teeth around their necks and necklace eons ago. We're talking about
Right.
a tribe of people that saw humpback whales from shore and one day said, "Hey, let's go kill one of those suckers," and they did.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
We're talking about indigenous human beings that saw grizzly bears and decided to go kill
Yeah.
one, and they
Yeah.
killed them.
Yeah.
Right? They
Yep.
would have had Sasquatch teeth around their neck generations ago.
I think the natives have killed them before when they have taken their women and kids. So that's happened, I believe.
Yeah, well, Bobby Short had a few people she interviewed. One shot went up the back with an arrow by accident, thought it was a moose, and that killed him.
Yeah. There you go.
That killed him. Another guy
Yep.
shot one, killed it. Another native guy here shot one and dumped it, and they beat the living shit out of his trailer miles away for the next 3 nights straight until he killed himself.
Yeah. He's lucky he's lucky to be alive long enough to say that, I guess.
Yeah, he made it 3 nights anyway.
They can make it bad on you. I,
Oh.
I'd like to tell you what they're doing to me, but I'll do that personally.
Yeah, we'll do that for sure. Yeah, we'll respect that secrecy,
Yeah.
anonymity,
Yep.
whatever. Yeah, we'll do that for sure. But I'm going into my busy time of the year right now. Got to get the boat ready. I got people coming out fishing, so it's going to be a little bit tough for me to cut loose, but it's not that far away. It's just that stupid imaginary border that makes you think
I
it's a
know it.
major
I
expedition, but
know
it's
it.
not. So we'll see. When I get a handful of days free, I'll come whip down and we'll go bullshit.
I might blow your mind on this stuff.
Uh, Oh, I'm already there. I'm good. My mind's fine. It's just I need to I don't know why. Like I understand everything too. I said the other day, I don't have to sit here and do this shit. I don't have to.
No, I
But I
don't
don't
either.
but I'm not driven to go after them. I'm not driven to try to prove shit.
That's
But I
good.
but I am driven just to learn. I'm just trying to learn.
As we can see, there's no proving it. There's only one way it's going to happen. It's first face to face, and that's the only way anybody's going to believe it.
Well, you know what? Another thing too, though, it's like I said in today's video, you'll probably see. I caught a comment the other day when a person goes, "I've been watching this, I've been watching this channel for 3 years, and I just keep hearing stories. Where's the proof?"
There isn't any, and you can't get it.
How you being a police officer? How can you have 3 years of eyewitnesses and then stand there and you actually say, "Where's the proof?"
Stupid, huh?
3 years of witnesses is proof. You know what I mean? It kind of just made me laugh. It's like, come on, how can you actually say that publicly? Really? Well, I've been listening to eyewitnesses for 3 years, and then your brain actually says, "Where's the proof?" Oh my God. Whatever, right? But
I don't think anybody's going to come up with positive proof. I think the government has bodies, but they're not going to let us have them. If we get any, we seem to lose them either through our government or from them. They'll take them.
well, it's funny, like when you say when these special individuals are having a conversation with these beings, but they're never really quite getting the truth. Well, who does that resemble? The government. We don't get the truth about shit. You know what I mean? So I
think our government lies more to us than they do.
Yeah, well, I've kicked those sons of bitches to the curb. I just keep trying to encourage people to kick them to the curb. Just kick them to the curb, especially when you get young guys going, how can we get the government to acknowledge this for us? And I go, how can we get your brain to stop thinking you need anything from those pricks? They're criminals. Right. You don't need anything from a criminal. Kick them to the, all we need is each other, proven by this channel. All we need is each other. That's it.
That's true. You've hit the nail on the head.
That's all we need.
I believe it.
Strongest force on the planet right here, right? That's it. This is all we need.
Yeah.
But we have this battle of trying to turn around. I mean, they've been conditioning us to not believe in each other for so long.
Yeah.
Now we don't trust each other. So when you get everybody here and try to get everybody to let everybody talk, be kind, and take for what you need or leave the rest. It's all
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I think you're doing great, and the world needs you. Okay, we need you.
Yeah, well, I'm a stubborn prick. As soon as I get some dirty sons of bitches like the ones we're familiar with, and as soon as you take somebody like that and they try to stop me from something, you just guaranteed that I'm not going to stop.
Yeah. Well, good.
Your ass. What do you think of that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of them out there too.
Yeah, but it didn't take long to mow them over, did it?
No.
It didn't take long at all.
What you got going on has them in a tizzy, let me tell you.
I know. It makes me laugh. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh because I know exactly what's going on the other side of the court, and it just makes me laugh. Right? But just like I said before, I'll say it again. If you have a business and you're a legitimate good guy, and you think that I'm saying something that's creating problems for you, you are going to try to get a hold of me as fast as you can to clear up the discrepancy, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're a guilty, lying, sleazy piece of shit, then you're not.
Yeah.
I rest my case, right?
Okay, that's great.
I rest my case. You guys just shown us that you are the dirty, dark bastard. Okay, I'll bite my lip. I've gone off on those pricks.
Yeah.
Enough in the past, but it feels good to have mowed them over, kicked them to the curb, and given the people the power, giving it back to them. We did it. We did it. Everybody did it together, right? But we did it.
Right.
But now we just got to keep moving forward and keep the ball going. It seems to be doing it on its own, right? So far. It's kind of like brushing my teeth in the morning now. I can't stop. I just do it. So. Right?
Well, do you have any more questions you want to talk about?
Well, yeah, I gotta go outside and move some hay, but by the time I get to my first hay bale, I'm probably gonna remember about 14 questions.
Okay.
Right? So that's why we never leave this as a one-time thing. So we're obviously we're gonna do a follow-up. And
all right.
And I'm done with this shitty connection crap. It happens. It's happened every single time. I don't know why.
Because it's not good yet. In some places, it's worse than others.
I know, but I've even looked at because there's other people on the internet. They get those group podcasts going, and everybody's in the same screen, and everybody's clear as a bell. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're within a few miles of each other, probably.
I guess so. There's something I'm missing yet. Well, you know what? Now all our tech geeks are going to be chiming in right after I just said that. So somebody's going to throw the information at me, and I'll get it. I'll get it lined out. But in the end, I'm just a hunting redneck hunting guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a tech guy.
Well, we got the highest bad what do you get? Bad bandwidth. We've got the highest one that they have here, and it's not very high. Not high enough.
Oh, really?
I paid extra for it too.
You know what else it might be? It might be those solar flares that are flaring.
That's what my wife said. That's what she said.
I'll bet you that's it because it's coming in waves.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Because we're talking smooth as frickin' silk right now.
Right.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. Okay, well, you never know. Anyway, all right. I'll tell you what. We'll cut it off now. It's short. It's always cut off short. Even the other day, I was doing this for like an hour and a half, and I'm like, "What? It's been an hour and a half?" But we'll cut it off right now. We'll do it again. We'll do it in person. I'll come to you.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do that for sure. And then whatever, take it from there. Keep learning.
All right.
I appreciate
you. Take care,
Richard. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Generous, kind with your knowledge, sharing.
I thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Oh, we'll be back at it again. We just popped the cork, right?
Yes. We got to get the people to know what the hell they're dealing with out there. And they're out there.
Yeah.
They need to know.
We're getting there. All right, here I go. I'm going to go back out and carry on with my chores,
Okay.
and then kick myself in the ass for not asking the next 15 questions I'm going to come up with.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too. I'll talk to you shortly.
All right. Take care.
Yeah. Bye.